Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Nick here. This is a quick reaction to Doctor Who Eve of the Daleks, which broadcast yesterday on Saturday, the 1st of January 2022. 2022! Now it is Sunday the 2nd. It's about quarter past two. And all that trouble to try and look at my clock down there when I have one just right here. It's about quarter past two on Sunday the 2nd of January 2022. So I watched Eve of the Daleks last night, not on broadcast because I was working, but they did catch up. But yeah, I thought this was a fantastic episode. I really enjoyed this one. Might even be my favourite episode since The Haunting of Villa Diodati, and I really liked Village of the Angels as well. What I really loved was this was a new take on the Daleks. It was a new situation for them, the Doctor, the companions, the supporting characters to be in. It's a Groundhog Day situation where they're in a time loop, but interestingly, an interesting take on this time loop idea is that the time loop is getting shorter, going down from 9 minutes to 1 minute towards to midnight. So, say they start off 10 or 9 minutes to midnight, and then they go over the next couple of minutes until like midnight or just before, when they all get exterminated or across those so minutes, and then the time loop gets shorter, so 8 minutes to 7 minutes to etc. It keeps getting shorter until the final loop, which is just 1 minute to midnight. It's a really good idea and a nice take on the whole timing situation. The Daleks themselves, the execution Daleks, are pretty interesting, and it's interesting that they're going to try and kill the Doctor for something that she didn't really do. It's more like what she took over doing, but the Daleks blame her for the destruction of the other Daleks from in the last episode of Flux, the Vanquishers, where they all got destroyed, as did the Sidemen, as part of a Sontaran plan, and then the Doctor hijacked the Sontaran plan to get rid of the Sontarans. So, the Daleks decide to blame the Doctor, because everybody's going after the Doctor all of a sudden. Not only the Daleks in this episode, but we've got the Division going after the Doctor constantly. And we've also got references to time, which also appeared at the end of Flux. Other than those two things, and also a cameo from Carl from The Woman Who Fell to Earth, a random blink and you'll miss it cameo towards the end of the episode, but you know, it's a much appreciated cameo nevertheless. But other than that, this is a pretty self-contained episode, and it nicely ties in with Flux, and also kind of gives us the whole foreboding thing about time, that time is catching up with the Doctor, as we saw at the end of the last episode, and it's going to play more of a thing later down the line. I don't know if it'll play anything in the next special, but it's certainly going to have something to do with what's going to happen in the Centenary special. What that is, I don't know, because I don't know any details about the Centenary special, apart from it's got to be the regeneration story of the 13th Doctor, units back, apparently Bradley Walsh is going to be in it, and possibly the Master. Other than that, no idea yet. It's got something to do with time and maybe the Division, but other than that, we'll see how it goes. More information will be announced later down the line. But yeah, this episode was a really great story. Great use of the time loop idea. Characters were really nice. But Ashton B did a really great job as Sarah. I can't remember who played him, but Nick was really good. They actually did a bit of a twist with his character, a twist of expectations, because many people probably thought he was the one hiding Daleks down there, or he was hiding something secretive. I mean, yeah, he's kind of secretive, but something that would paint him like maybe a bad guy or a misguided person, or he's hiding something he shouldn't. But what we actually reveal about him is nothing of what we would have expected, which is a bold move, I will say. I mean, what we learn is probably not the most exciting thing, but it's unexpected. So I'll give Chris Chibnall credit for giving us something that we probably wouldn't have gotten, wouldn't have expected. Yeah, I think the character dynamics between the two are pretty good, as well as with the other characters. And I really like the teamwork of the Doctor, Yaz, and Dan in this episode, as it has been over Flux. It's been a really good structure. And I also like the idea that the fan theory ship of Phasmin might become canon. in fact, it's looking deadly serious. That's going to be what's going to happen. Christian Wiz listened to the fans who want Phasmin to be a thing, and he's basically teasing it. And John Bishop's Dan is like saying, "Yeah, do it. Go on, talk to each other. Tell each other how you feel." We might see maybe more of this later down the line. It's been hinted throughout Series 13, maybe a bit before as well. But by the looks of it, it appears Phasmin's canon, or is about to become canon at least. And you know what? Yeah, I'm up with it. I'm fine. Not am I fine. Not only am I fine, but I'm up for it. Yeah, let's see how it goes. Yeah, I think the three main characters worked off each other and the supporting characters really well. And they all did really good performances. I wouldn't say this is any of their best performances. I think Jodie Whittaker's best performance was probably War of the Sontarans, or at least somewhere during Flux. I'm not really sure about Man the Guild. John Bishop's just John Bishop. He's just fucking awesome. But I don't know if it's their particular strongest performance, his or Man the Guild's overall. Not saying they're bad. I'm saying it's probably not the one I would say is their best performances as their respected characters. But they're still really brilliant, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in the final two specials, which will probably be their last two as well, depending on what's going to happen afterwards. But I'm not expecting anybody to transfer into RTD Era 2, like how nobody from RTD Era 1 or transferred to Moffat or Moffat into Chibnall, besides the newly regenerated Doctor. And it was usually Denisha Runno who wrote the first scene for them anyway. So we'll see how it goes. Unless RTD wants to keep one or both of them on, it's up to him. Anyway, but as for Eve of the Daleks, brilliant episode. Really liked it. Really, really enjoyed it. And the fact that they kept it to one setting for the most part of the episode, just going to different floors of that setting and different parts of the building, all is really interesting. And the storage unit containment center thing, that's a nice new setting we haven't really done before, and it's pretty interesting. You could do a lot there in a place like that, and I'm glad that they utilized such a place for a Dalek horror Groundhog Day style festive special. Well, I think more of us were expecting it to be a bit more horror-like, but I think it wasn't quite as horror as we were expecting. It was definitely more sci-fi than horror. But I like the way how the Groundhog Day thing tied in with the plot. How it's the TARDIS. Because of what happened in Flux, the TARDIS is breaking down, so it's trying to reset, but it's causing these time loops to protect the Doctor, the companions, and the supporting characters from dying from these execution Daleks. But they are, as I mentioned, they've got the shorter time loops, so they are running out of time to try and sort these Daleks out and try to fix the situation. And I thought that was absolutely brilliant. This episode was just, I don't know if I can say it's really clever, but it's really, really good. Yeah, it's a little bit repetitive, but I think when you've got the time loop storyline, you're going to have some sort of repetition in there. That's the whole point of a time loop. And you're reliving the same events again, or you're stuck in the same time amount of time. Say, in this case, if in this episode, these 10 minutes, but in this case, it's getting, again, we're counting down. We're having a minute less, which, again, as I mentioned, is a nice new take on the time loop app. Let's say, take Groundhog Day, the film Groundhog Day itself. It's mostly set over, I don't know if I can say 24 hours, but it's certainly just under 24 hours of a day, from a morning on Groundhog Day itself to sometime at night, going into the next day, and then the main character wakes up at the start of the day again and has to relive the same days until he gets it right, and then they can finally move on to the next day. So that's what the time loop story is like. That's the best example of that. So you're basically doing the same thing again. But as I mentioned, this episode doesn't unique. Well, maybe not unique, but it's definitely slightly different to what other ones have done. And I think it's a pretty interesting take. So, yeah, a really great episode and really enjoyable, and a great new take on time loop stuff, and just absolutely brilliant episode overall. Currently, at time of after first viewing, I'm honestly thinking of giving it a 10 out of 10. Maybe on a rewatch it might go down to 9, but Honestly, I don't really see any problems with this one apart from well, at least not anything glaringly bad. Anyway, maybe there's some nitpicks and niggles in there, like maybe Sarah's a little bit grumpy, a bit too grumpy towards the main characters, and bit and also to Nick, the other character. A great name, by the way. And I loved the moment where the Dalek would go. It went, "I am not Nick." Yet we know it's voiced by Nicholas Briggs, who is a Nick. So that must have been either a fun moment or a terrible moment for him to say in the script. I'm not sure. He's voicing a Dalek, so he's probably always enjoying voicing the Daleks. So yeah, this was a really brilliant episode. Really enjoyed it. I don't really have much more to say about it without going more into detail about it, but I'm going to wait till the review about that. Hoping to rewatch the other episodes of Series 13 first, and then rewatch Eve of the Daleks, so I can do the ranking and then go on to the review. But I'm also hoping to get the Series 13 Blu-ray, which will come out in about towards the end of the month, and then show that off in the ranking. But then again, that's going to be like the 24th, so that's going to be like 3 weeks or something. Four weeks. No? Yeah, 3 weeks' time from tomorrow. It's going to be a bit of a wait. Well, it gives me a month to watch all 7 episodes, I guess, including the one just now. Maybe I can watch it twice. But yeah, there will be a Series 13 ranking. Definitely wait until at least the picture doesn't show the TPC through the certifications, because I don't really like that. So I like to see the certifications themselves. So definitely get the right picture at the very least. Maybe then show off the Blu-ray. Maybe I can release the 2 videos back to back to make up for it. Let's see how it goes. Time-wise, I'm not in the best place for timings in life. I'm hoping to sort of manage work with social, so we'll see how it goes. But there will be a Series 13 ranking, and there will be an Eve of the Daleks review. But they might come at the other end of the month rather than sooner. So basically later than sooner. Sorry about that, guys. But, oh well, better late than never. And on that note, I shall wrap up by saying that the trailer at the end was a pretty nice trailer, but the best thing about it was the return of the Sea Devils, and I'm looking forward to seeing the return of the Sea Devils in Legend of the Sea Devils coming this spring. No release date, I don't think it's been announced yet, but we can presume maybe Easter. Either Easter Saturday or Easter Sunday, which I think is the 15th and 16th of April. By the way, got the new calendar yesterday. April. 15th Good Friday, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so either Saturday 16th or Sunday the 17th, which is Easter Sunday itself. It depends whether the BBC want to show the episode on Easter Sunday itself, or if they will say, can we actually have it on the Saturday instead? We'll see how it goes. But it'll be around that time, hopefully, if they're hoping for Easter, or the week after, 23rd, 24th. But yeah, that's about it from this reaction. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time, and at some point later in the month, or start of February if it's that late, the Series 13 ranking, or Flux ranking, and Eve of the Daleks review. See you guys next time. Goodbye.